Alright, so we're back here in Syracuse. I'm calling this this is what I did with my summer vacation presentation. And we started, this is where I was painting in February or March. The usual Steve effect. I had a commission to do a piece for commemoration of the Landmark Theater in Syracuse, and that's King Crimson performing there in 1982. The reason why I picked it out is that it shows how my interest in color was returning, and I'm breaking down the lines, and they're becoming less specific and more about form making than shapes. And then we get up into the Adirondacks where these three were done, and all concern with specific form or shape making is gone. I like this one a lot, and I think that one's the best of them. That one's good, but there's some decent painting there, and so I get to Washington D.C. and kept up the same idea of not even bothering with form, and the vertical lines become suggestive of what became buildings, and I allowed the palette again to become more specific. This is one of my favorites of them all. Tried to challenge myself a bit. This one got out of control, and that lack of control continued with some of these, which only got the dots that represent the people after the fact, but they start to become more specific again. And in this one, I consider to be one of the breakthrough pieces from the group. The cleanliness of the line appealed to me, and the pieces became very structured and specifically about the buildings and the people and the architecture and the elevators and the stores and the masses on the sidewalks that I was observing. This is my favorite of all of them. Little teensy painting. I think it's 14th Street in Florida, in downtown DC. And then it was Eclipse Day, and this is one of the ones that I did up on the roof, or this is the one that I did up on the roof on Eclipse Day, and that just sort of pulled my hands off the handlebars of the bike and was able to then essentially combine the Dutch interior motif with the cityscape thing, and I knew that I had a distinct, unique body of work after this one was done. This is a new phase of Steve as an artist, and we went back up on the roof for another day, and I just went nuts and tried to make a larger piece specifically about the buildings and the compression of space in the urban environment, observing it. It's on an old shopping bag that I laid out flat and taped down to a table. And then the last evening I was there, this was the thing to do, which was to remove a lot of the static and noise in some of these and have it become almost neon light forms making. That's what I was trying to think. I was trying to think of neon lights and how making up a city entirely of neon tubes. And then here's the final one I did, which sort of combines all of that change into one smaller piece. And I'm getting ready to get back to Utica, New York, to my own studio, and I have a piece of material about the size of this table that we're gonna try to translate this all into, find a new body of work. But I got to admit it, my heart is down there on 14th in Florida, in that wonderful mass of humanity.